Right then, settle in. We need to talk about the latest bit of madness from Samsung. For years, we've been hearing cheeky rumours about a phone that doesn't just fold once like a book, but folds twice, like a very expensive brochure. Well, it's actually happening. It's called the Samsung Galaxy Z TriFold. Now, full disclosure, I do not have one in my hand. And unless you live in Seoul, neither do you. So, the big question, when can you actually get one? Here is the situation. Samsung has officially announced it, and it hits the shelves in South Korea on December 12th. If you're in China, Singapore, or the UAE, you might see it before the new year. But for the rest of us in the UK, the US, and everywhere else, we are stuck waiting until Q1 2026. So, while the lucky few are currently unfolding their phones like origami masters, we have a few months to decide if we really want to remortgage our houses for one. And speaking of remortgaging, let's talk about the specs. We are looking at a price tag that floats around £2,500. By the time it hits the UK with tax, you're likely looking at £3,000. It makes the iPhone look like a budget option. So, what do you get for that eye-watering pile of cash? You get a phone that opens up into a massive 10-inch tablet. That is the headline. It's not just a big phone anymore. It is genuinely an iPad replacement that fits in your pocket. It uses 2 hinges to fold into 3 distinct sections. When it's fully open, it is shockingly thin, about 3.9 millimeters. That is thinner than the USB-C port you use to charge it. It's packing the new Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, a massive 200 megapixel camera, and a battery that, on paper, should last a full day. But to give credit where it's due, here is why it might be brilliant. I have to admit, the engineering is proper bonkers. If you are the sort of person who carries a phone, a Kindle, and a laptop to a coffee shop, this could actually solve your life. Imagine watching a movie on a 10-inch screen on the train, then folding it up into a standard brick when you get off. No bag required. And the multitasking. You can run 3 full-sized apps side by side. It's a productivity dream. However, we need a bit of a reality check. Let's be real for a second. First, the weight. It's over 300 grams. That is a chunky boy. If you drop this on your face while doom scrolling in bed, you will likely need stitches. Second, the durability. We all remember how fragile the first folding phones were. Now we have 2 hinges and 2 creases to worry about. It's rated IP48, which means fine with a bit of water, but absolutely terrified of dust. Do not take this to the beach. 1 grain of sand in that double hinge mechanism and it's game over. And frankly, do we need it? Is unfolding a phone twice a revolutionary feature, or just a really posh party trick? So, what's the verdict? Here is where I stand. It looks like an absolute marvel of engineering, and I desperately want to play with one. But I am terrified of breaking it just by looking at it wrong. But what do you reckon? Are you ready to carry a 10-inch tablet in your pocket? Or is this just technology showing off because it can? Let me know in the comments, especially if you're planning to sell a kidney to buy one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.